There is growing concern and a demand for answers about the mysterious drones hovering over the tri-state area. In New Jersey, the flying objects have been spotted over residential neighborhoods, restricted sites, even near President-elect Donald Trump's home and critical infrastructure.
Belleville Mayor Michael Melham says the drone sightings are creating anxiety in his town, and he's looking for answers. And he joins us this morning right here on Good Day New York. Thank you for joining us, Mayor. You know, President-elect Trump says that the Biden administration knows what's going on. Our government knows what's going on. You're the mayor of Bellevue. What do you know?
We know very little. About 6 days ago, there was an unprecedented briefing with every single mayor in the state of New Jersey, along with every member of our state legislature. We learned exactly at that time what the state knows, which was very little. Since then,
I think the government knows. I think Trump is right when he says that the Biden administration knows. They just don't want to tell anybody to not cause any kind of panic, because it's probably a very, very serious matter.
Information has not been forthcoming. And it's this lack of transparency, in my opinion, that's doing nothing but fueling conspiracy theories online.
Do you have any idea what it could be? Or which side it could be, where it's coming from?
Yeah, I can tell you what it's not. We know for a fact it's not little green men. And more than likely, it's not a foreign adversary, because they would be able to figure out how to turn off the blinking lights. These drones are huge. We had a mayor yesterday on the call with the White House telling them that he had 6-foot drones hovering over his house. Yet they continue to tell us we don't know what we're talking about. It's misidentification. Certainly, there's some misidentification probably going on. But I could assure you that we are seeing drones in New Jersey all over the place.
All right. So Bethany Frankel, I know she's not like, you know, the New York Times, but she says that she has like some kind of contact at the Pentagon, and that it has something to do with radioactive material in New Jersey. What are you hearing?
I think that's one plausible theory. It could be some kind of missing radioactive material in New Jersey, in Pennsylvania, and they are looking for it. And that's why they would deploy so many drones and flying at night and day and night and for so long to try to find it.
So here's what I know. I know that we were told by our state police that we have assets over our critical infrastructure. Now, depending on your point of view, that's either concerning or comforting. I think it's comforting because it's probably us listening and watching. We also know that we have drones that are flying in a grid-like pattern. In my opinion, they're looking for something. What might they be looking for? Well, potentially, we're aware of a threat that came in through Port Newark. Maybe that's radioactive material. There was and there is an alert that's out right now that radioactive material in New Jersey has gone missing on December 2nd. It was a shipment. It arrived at its destination. The container was damaged and it was empty. So potentially we're looking for that.
Stop right there, Mayor, because that's very important information. And that came from a credible source.
That came from the U.S. government.
And so it's missing?
Missing.
And they think it's in New Jersey, or it could be anywhere?
It was lost in New Jersey, in transit. And again, this is just an example of what I think that we're sniffing for. I think we do have the assets that can go up and fly around and sniff things, which is why we're not seeing the uptick we used to see in Belleville anymore. It's kind of moving, but we're seeing alerts that it's happening now in Pennsylvania.
Okay. So basically, someone stole this radioactive material, and they're probably preparing something bad with it. They want to smuggle it, they want to make a bomb from it. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but it's probably very dangerous and very serious, and that's why they are not telling anyone what's going on. There is no official statement from the president, from the White House about what these drones are doing, because they don't want to cause any panic. So that is a very serious threat, in my opinion.
And that's right about the time that the drone sightings began, right?
Yeah, drone sightings began about 4 weeks ago.
Okay, so when you take a look at this, if this information is indeed credible, why wouldn't the government say, it's us?
That's the crazy part about this. We've gotten very little information. Even yesterday on that call with the White House, literally mayors were told, you guys are seeing things. There's no credibility to this. We have one mayor, like I said, had drones over his house. I mean, we're no longer going to stand for not hearing the truth. I mean, our state government is failing us. They're not getting the answers from the federal government. And even though yesterday they told us that there's nothing to see here, today there's a top secret briefing going on in Congress. Well, what are they being told that we weren't told yesterday?
Real quick, did you know yesterday yesterday when you were on that call about this missing radioactive activity or merchandise, or did you know that this morning after the call?
I was made aware of it yesterday morning. I did raise my hand. We weren't allowed to speak. I did raise my hand, was not called on to get that question answered.
So apparently it is concerning, even the president-elect, who I'm sure...
It is very, very concerning. Hopefully this situation gets resolved very, very soon. Hopefully before Trump gets in office. It's very, very frightening, very frightening, honestly, to have that kind of a threat on American soil. And we don't know anything about it. And it could be very dangerous. And it could be some kind of terrorist attack. Anyway, hopefully it gets resolved very soon. We will see what happens.
Get some kind of briefings on things. He says he's not going to his home in Bedminster, right?
Yeah, I listened to him yesterday. He no doubt gets the same exact briefings that President Biden gets. He says our government knows. He says our president knows. And he also ended with saying, I'm not going to be in New Jersey this weekend.
So what do you want to know? What do you want the government to tell you and the general public?
I want them to be clear with us. I want transparency. I want them to say these are our assets. There's no need to concern about what's flying. The question should no longer be who's flying these drones or who owns them. It should be what they're looking for. Tell us they're ours. Tell us that they're protecting us, and tell us what the threat is.
Okay, what
Yeah, they don't want to cause any panic, so that's why they are not telling anyone what they are doing. That's what I believe.
coming up on the holidays? Is everybody going to be safe?
I hope so.
What do you want people to do if they see them?
That's a great question. So we've been told that pilots out of Newark Airport are getting hit with lasers. You cannot take the law in your own hands. We do not want you shooting at them. It is a federal offense to shoot on an aircraft. Drones are considered aircraft. And please do not try and hit them with lasers. Our pilots are being distracted.
So you think they're American, they're our government, and they're looking for something that went missing that could be very dangerous?
Absolutely.
All right, May, you got to keep...
That is a very, very plausible theory. I think he's probably right about that one. What do you think about this? Let me know in the comment section of this video. Let's see what people are saying below this video right now. That came from a credible source. It came from the US government. Never mind. Yeah, the US government is probably lying to us straight. They don't want to tell the truth. This is hilarious. We've gone from it's nothing to wow, here comes a dirty bomb. Yeah, it's probably a bomb. It's probably a very dangerous radioactive material used by terrorists operated and hired by a foreign power. This could be the case, unfortunately. Missing radioactive material. But why is there any kind of radioactive material in a shipment without any kind of surveillance that could go missing just like that? This is completely pathetic. They might think US citizens are yeah, it's very sad to see that kind of threat happening in this day and age in the most developed country in the world, in the richest country in the world, with the best military power in the world. What do you mean by radioactive material? Like nuclear material for nuclear power, nuclear material for weapon? What are we talking about? Well, nobody knows. Nobody knows for sure. It could be anything. They don't want to tell you because they don't want to cause any kind of panic. And people doing crazy things because they are panicking for fear of radioactivity and nuclear threat. Okay, hold up. The missing radioactive stuff were on December 2, the drones are seen on November 18. Yeah, there were probably some drones before that went over the radar. That's a real possibility. The radioactive material is from a medical device, came from a cancer center scanner. I don't think there should be this kind of activity for that. Well, are you sure about that? I'm not so sure about that one. It could be a nuke. It could definitely be a nuke. Anyway, we have to find it soon, and hopefully they find it soon, so all of this masquerade can stop and people can go back to their daily life without conspiracies, theories, without fears of a foreign threat, of a foreign power attacking them. So that makes no sense at all. In addition to the drone, other unit would also be sent on the ground and not just shot at night. And why is the government moving anti-drone technology to New Jersey when it's its own drone? And why are the drones also seen over Germany, over the Assoune base, and over chemical parks? Yep. I agree. This is very weird. Nobody knows. It could be the American drones, or it could be a foreign power drones, or it could be both as well. Keep that in mind. There could be some drone operated from a foreign power, especially those in Germany, in Great Britain, over our US bases, looking for our nuclear weapon in Europe. And there could be US government drone as well, looking for radioactive materials that went missing at the same time. It could be both, honestly. Anyway, we live in a very dangerous time, some very, very scary times right now. I don't know what you think, but this is very scary. Hopefully, we will all stay safe and go back to normal in a world of peace. Once Trump gets into the White House, we will see what happens. Hopefully, he keeps his promises and makes the world great again. We will see. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Click right there to watch the next video, and I will see you there in the next video. Bye bye for now.